Hi everyone, and welcome to Research Skills and Methods. So this is one of the three strands of your study, Research Skills Methods 1 and 2. And in this strand, we are looking at the more practical, or focusing mainly on the more practical aspects of doing research. So you'll remember that there is some overlap between the strands and the modules. So we do, for instance, touch on some of the more philosophical stuff at the beginning of this module, as we think about the role of values and how they shape the research that we do. But in general, as I say, the focus is more on the practical aspects of undertaking research. And in this first year, particularly on engaging with and critically evaluating and reviewing existing published research. And then in the second year, more on conducting your own small scale research project. So let's dive in and take a look at what you'll be doing in Research Skills and Methods 1. So I'm going to go straight to the Moodle and share the screen with you. So you can see it's set out in the standard manner with your course information and introduction there. We've got the module handbook. We've got a link to the research centres here because it's a good idea to align your work with the expertise we have as represented in those research centres. We've got some library and learning resources there, which I'll come back to in a minute. We've got your assessments here. And you've got two. You've got something called the article analysis, which is where you will undertake a detailed and critical analysis of one or two examples of published research. And you have your research skills portfolio. So you will begin to chart or log your research skills development over the course of the year. And you will in fact continue to do that right up until you eventually submit your thesis. And really everything on the Moodle and everything on the course is designed to support you in completing these assessments. So with the article analysis, if we just go back up, we've got links to the library resources here and to your reading list, which is quite extensive and gives you a lot of guidance on engaging with stuff around research methods and methodology. And my plea to you really is to make maximum possible use of this reading list and also all the other reading lists that tutors have curated for you, because we do spend a lot of time and brain power on compiling these lists because we think they are very useful sources for you, and they really should be your starting point for your reading and your research. Avoid the temptation to just Google whatever it is that you're interested in, because that has quite a lot of flaws, particularly when you are working at the level that you're aiming at. So do make maximum use of the reading list. And if I open this module reading list up, sometimes does just take a few seconds to load, but you'll see that it is quite extensive. And what I'm going to do is just toggle the section view here. So you can see we've got sections on introductory readings just to get you going. We've got a section on general research design and methods here. We've got practical doctoral guide, so how to succeed with your doctorate type stuff. We've got podcasts. We've got a section on methodology, on research ethics, on qualitative methods, and so on, right? So there's quite a lot here. And if I just expand on one of the sections here on qualitative methods, you can see there's stuff here about interviews, focus groups, and various ways of doing research. So do please begin with the reading list. And in fact, this text here, The Role of Values in Educational Research, by Paul Greenbank, is something that I'm asking you to read in preparation for the start of the course. In the November weekend, the second weekend, you'll do stuff around literature reviews, and hey presto, right, here's a reading about literature reviews. So do please make maximum use of the reading list. We've got various resource databases here, Sage Research Methods and the National Centre for Research Methods, which can help you get to grips with doing research and different kinds of research that you might want to analyse as part of your assessment, your article analysis assessment. And then as well as the assessment details, we've got an outline of each weekend. So we've got an introduction here in the October weekend with an introductory lesson you can undertake independently on Moodle before you begin. That might help just to get the old brain going before we start. We've got the PowerPoint for the session itself. We'll be using this Analysing Abstracts handout. And then there's a task here to undertake a systematic literature research after the session and before the November weekend, because in the November weekend, you'll be looking at different ways of undertaking reviews of the literature. So as well as all these resources, your sessions with Philippa Williams, our dedicated librarian, will support you in undertaking a systematic search of relevant literature and also then critically reviewing that literature. And then in the subsequent weekends, we move into different aspects of different ways of doing research, which we're calling inductive and deductive approaches. At the bottom here, you can see there's a whole section devoted to VTI, your research skills portfolio. And now, as I said, this is one of your assessments. So if we just scroll back up, it's the second one of your assessments here. So you'll begin compiling this portfolio now and continue to do so right up until you submit your thesis. And there's a set of resources here, a website and a PDF of the framework, the VTI framework, to support you with that. In addition to the assessment brief and guidance. So do start familiarising yourself with the stuff around VTI. Okay, so that is a brief outline of Research Skills and Methods 1. I hope you're looking forward to getting started. And yeah, see you soon.